Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A pleasure to be here today with does reincarnation really exist? So we're gonna just talk about it a little bit and so welcome you all. Just to remind you that 2 times a month. So normally it's the first Monday and the third Monday of each month. We will do this live broadcast over YouTube, and we'll talk about different subjects. So I will do it in Spanish too and in English as well. So for everybody to be in the same channel. So this English one, it is pre-recorded today. I'm going to be doing it in live, and I'm going to be just changing it. Sometimes I will do it live in English, and I will do it pre-recorded in Spanish. So welcome. And so, well, today we will talk about reincarnation. Does it really exist? And this is that subject that today, when I was walking, the guide said, okay, we're going to talk about that. And what is it? So many people will understand that we have all heard about that, past lives, and we have this idea that, we kind of know deep inside that, yeah, that could be real. But it also comes the belief system that many we can have by other religion, or it could be the way of living of each one of us that could challenge that. Okay, so that makes us doubt about it. Is this possible or not? So here we are with that today, and that is very well real. We all have many lives before, few. Sometimes there are newer souls, older souls, and there's some souls that just come here for the very first time. Saying that, there's past lives that can be, being lived somewhere else, outside of this planet, okay, not only on this planet. So today we're going to talk about that and how is that possible, how that happens. So we know energy, it will never get destroyed, right? So when we come here, we do this experience, like right now we have in this life here on Earth. After we go through the other side, we transcend, we will have the opportunity to talk, and we're going to go over our life review. Okay, how do we do today? Because we all have a purpose for each life we do. Okay, so just last week we talked about what is the life review. The life review, it is like after we finish our schooling here for this life, we cross over, and there's always loving beings waiting for us, our loved ones, our angels, our guides, and they're all welcoming us back home. And so we go and sit in this place called the life review. So if you want to visualize it, for everyone it's different, but what we all do, we sit there and we get to see what is it that we do here in on Earth, how was our experience here, and how others experience our interactions with them. So how we touch each one of the people that we interact, even with those ones that we met on the street, maybe one time, one day, a couple of minutes, we get to see everything and how they saw us at that point and how we did affect them, either in a good way or in a bad way. So we get to see that, we get to experience in their way how they perceive it. So what is it that we make them feel? If we make them feel happy, the happiness that we brought to them, or if we were not necessarily very kind to them, how our unkindness affect them and how they perhaps suffer that part. So we get to see all the points, and everything is presented to us with the opportunity to see how much we have grown, if we did purpose or not. And the purpose comes with this contract that we all do before we go down we come here to Earth. So the soul wants to experience many things. Okay, they want to come experience many things, and sometimes could be very simple, sometimes could be complicated, and the complicated it gets, it is better for the soul, because the soul will expand, will grow, will elevate in the other side. So we will gain so much wisdom and experience. So that's why when we are here, we are always reminded to pay attention to the emotions and acknowledge that, and to be in the present moment and enjoy every single moment. Why? Because that's exactly what we are going to take to the other side. Okay, those experiences are the ones that are going to make the soul grow. And the thing is that when we are in the other side, we get to see, we say, okay, I'm going to do this. And we have a contract with other people as well, too. So we choose the people we're coming with. We choose our parents, and we choose our friends and our cousins and our brothers and sisters. So we all have all these contracts that interact, okay, together. So it is important for them that we are there, because we are helping them to learn something, as they will help us to learn something. Okay, so we tend to come in this group of souls, and we tend to come back together many times. And sometimes we don't come all together. Sometimes, like, someone decided, no, I'm not going to go back this time, so we're going to do something different. Especially we want to come and do something, and it requires of us to be together. And if for some reason someone cannot do their part, they'll have to come back and, give it another try and say, okay, so I need you again. And that's why we normally wait for everyone on the other side, and then we'll come back again and again if we want to or not, because we also have the opportunity to say no to this. So it's nothing. We have all free will. Okay, that's the important thing to know. So when we come with the reincarnation, how often would that be? To my understanding, is not more. It cannot be so close, because we have to wait for the whole team to come back. And so normally it could be between 10 years. Okay, some people have done it quick. Okay, it could be fast, but normally we wait and then we talk about it. And the other side, it does not exist time or space. So there is not, for them, it's like a blink of an eye. For us, it could be like, oh, we have to wait 20 years, 30 years, or whatever. It is nothing on the other side. So we choose to come here and to experience something. It could be like overcoming depression. It could be overcoming some addiction, to become a mother, a father, experience what it's like to be that, what it's like to maybe get rid of these phobias that we actually had in other lives. Okay, if we have an opportunity to say, okay, this time I'm not going to be afraid of doing something. So we also bring some of those things that we could not accomplish, okay, in our past lives, to do it on this life. So we have many things on the go, and for the soul is so exciting. For the soul is like, let's do this. The thing comes when we come here and we forget all of that. That we see it as always so easy, right? But when we are here, we are experiencing it in this 3D reality. It gets challenging, but that's what the soul wants. So what I've been always, especially lately, just to be reminded, is that whenever you get to experience something challenging, especially someone, okay, that challenges your the way you're feeling, whether you feel angry, why some people make you feel angry or jealous, or even happiness, okay, all of that, to pay attention, what is it that you need to learn from that, especially from the hard situations. What do I need to learn from this situation? Because there we will know that we have arranged that to happen. And some people could have did a contract and say, okay, I'm going to be the villain of this story, and so they will help us. So because we overcome that, many ways. Okay, I'm going to overcome the fact that you're going to be a villain, and I am going to forgive you no matter what. And once you teach me that, I can move on to the next thing, for example. But so the universe will always bring us that opportunity to interact, okay? And sometimes it's not even the same person, but if we decided to come here and overcome, say, about relationship, how to overcome and to have to learn to say no to something, right? So it will be coming in different ways with different people and different times, with the opportunity for us to overcome that. It's hard here to say no, because we feel like if we say no to someone, especially to a loved one, we feel like we are not caring for the people. Or how can we fit in a society if we don't do something that we've been told to do, right? And we are not going to be accepted. So there will be many belief conditions right there that will make us something so simple to not be so easy. That's why for some people to say, oh, so for me it's so easy to say no. For some people it is difficult because that's what they came here to do. So we have the opportunity to do that in each life we come. So if we do not accomplish everything in our contract, we will come back and say, okay, I'm going to do it again. So the soul, once crosses the other side, it goes back home. It'll say, okay, oh, okay, it was right there when I needed to do this and I needed to do that. So there is always support with us, because when we come, okay, in each of our lives, we have the support of our angels and our spirit guides, and we have our loved ones. Our loved ones will help us to with all the family situations, okay, because they don't know the situation, they don't know what it's like, especially when we are dealing with parents and, you know, some traditions in our homes, etc., etc. And they become like angels, okay, but they're not angels, because angels don't come into the physical, okay, they don't incarnate, and so, but they behave like one. And then we have our guardian angel. The guardian angel, it is created, each one of us, okay, this has one, so it's created for us to help us in our journey, as long as we ask for that guidance, because we have the will, remember? So when we ask them for, and we thank them, actually, as a matter of fact, how do we ask for that guidance? So we thank them for their guidance, their support, their intervention in whatever is it that we are wanting their assistance, okay? They will always guide us, and they will always put situations in our lives that will help us to say, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go this way. But when we consciously ask them for that, it comes more clearly, it becomes all of these miracles. They say, oh my goodness, now this is all of this is happening, right? The magic, it is in front of us when we ask for their assistance and their intervention. So then it happens faster. We will manifest faster, and then we understand that it's a co-created, so they're helping us, okay? And sometimes we like to, for some people, it's so important to calculate every move they do in order to have something, and we actually sabotage ourselves, or we block ourselves quite a bit. And so it's important for us sometimes to step back and say, okay, now I trust, I need your guidance, and what is the next step, right? And we will always be guided, and they will always say, you will get your validations until you say, okay, that's it, I got it. This is a lot too obvious, right? I discuss synchronicities, and we can hear all of that in feathers and numbers through people, right? They'll utilize people to come and, oh my goodness, all of a sudden this person was talking about what is it that I wanted to know. Okay, songs and our dreams. So they will always find the ways, okay? And the most important one that normally we don't talk about, and recently they've been quite insistent to share with me, and from me to share with you, is that they will utilize our body as well. And also, this is energetically speaking. So when we don't pay attention to all of the other signs, they will say, okay, what do we normally pay attention to? Our bodies when are painful, because not when we don't have pain. Because when we are hungry, sometimes we say, oh, I will eat later, right? We will not do that with our car, because if the car needs some gas and the light goes off and it's like, oh, I need to go to the gas station. But we don't do that with our bodies. We say, oh, I will be okay, I'll go eat later. And perhaps then we eat later, we don't eat properly, or we don't rest properly, or we are not drinking enough water, or we are not nourishing what is it that our body needs. Perhaps we feel like maybe we should eat meat, and some people may feel like they don't need to eat meat. It's just so different and personal for each one of us. So they'll say, you know, pay attention. What is it happening in your body? Because then when we get these pains in our bodies, okay, so sometimes we feel pain in our, just give you a quick example. When we have problems with our vision, okay, it could be something simple. We say, oh, I'm getting old and I have to wear reading glasses, or all of a sudden this happens on my ear and my eyes. And it's a very clear thing that it is something that we do not want to see. You know, there is something that we don't want to see, and it's right in front of us, and we are resistant to see it. And so sometimes in our feet will be when we have pain in our feet, and we say, oh yeah, it comes from the family, it comes in the DNA. Yes and no, because everything can be heal when we are conscious of it. So the feet will all normally represent as we move it forward where we want to move. And it depends also in which part of our bodies will also hurt and inside that will represent something. So, but they always say, just pay attention, because sometimes it's very literal. What is it that we don't want to see? What is it that we don't want to hear? What is it that we don't have clarity with? So there is the signs that our body is telling us through they are using our body, okay, source, the angels, our guides, so they can get that we can give the attention. So they want to get our attention, so they will utilize many things. So it's important to pay attention to that. So this is a little bit more of a science. And the reincarnation thing is people may think, oh, we are stuck in here, okay, and this is the karma and we will never come up and we will never stop because there's always creating karma. And that's not true. That's a myth. Okay, so we can choose to come back or not. But the soul on the other side was like, no, this is a really fun thing. And it's actually such a blessing to be here, because being here is a very special place. This is the only place anywhere out there in the universe where we can experience through the emotions, okay? And so this is a very, very special place for us to be and experience all of this and being able to grow this way. When we feel this, it's just amazing. So we come over and over to learn different things, to learn what it feels like to be a mom, a dad, a doctor, or and sometimes we cannot accomplish something in that life, but we want to do it as part of our contract. So we come back here. It's like the next time, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. This time we will do it. That would happen a long time ago with the Inquisition time, for example, right? The witches and all that stuff. So they were not able to express themselves. So now they come to this life. I mean, one of them not able to speak back then, and now we come with problems like with our throat. We try to speak and we can't, or we are afraid to do so because although nobody will hopefully burn someone alive, there's other ways, right? Energetically speaking, so we feel that we can speak, right? We can be burned with words, with society thinking or feeling the same way. So there's challenges that we all came here to overcome. So each reincarnation could be many. There is not set limit. They say it's unlimited. There's no limitations for that. And we can come and choose to come or not. And there's other places to do that. Yes, there's a lot of places to go and do reincarnation in some of the planets. Of course, it is. And I will talk about that in some other times. But this is a new, again, it's coming all up again for everyone. There's a lot of people who are awakening, and this is part of the process to understand and the whole new remembering, basically. But they said it's just, we all know this is within us. It's just they are helping us to remember who we are and what we came here for. Each one of us, we have different things. At the end, it's for the same cause. So I really hope this is helpful. And if you have any questions or you would like a specific topic that we can touch, and just know that they are here, they're guiding us, the angels are right here with us, and there was who are actually answering these questions, and with some of the experiences they've been giving them to me. So please share with us what would you like to hear. I'll leave you with this, and thank you very much. So much love and light, and we'll see you next Monday, well, at the beginning of July. Bye for now.